Hello there, everyone. Cobra Kai Season 5 is coming out just right around the freaking corner. I am excited for that. The trailer dropped like about 10 days ago or so, or by the time I post this, it'll probably be even longer since then, but that's all good. I was going to just give my thoughts on the trailer, but honestly, after watching it again, I'm like, there's a lot that I have to comment on it, so I'm just going to kind of play it and react, I suppose. So I don't like doing reactions, but whatever. That's all good. Here we go.
This is what we're up against. This is how everyone sees him. As some kind of philanthropist out to save the kids of the valley. Terry Silver.
Yeah, who can hate that smile right there on Terry Silver? He was my favorite part of Karate Kid 3. Holy shit, freaking awesome, over the top, like almost cartoony type of villain. He is hilarious. I love this dude, and I like that they actually brought him in. I'm surprised so many of these actors are still around and could still bring their A game to a freaking to a franchise that they have long been away from. This been a great job. So, and I liked the twist. I did not expect Terry Silver to just full on take over Cobra Kai and kick his old sensei out, kick his old guy out. But yeah, that's freaking good. So that's a good start here. He's rich. They showed that he's a huge rich dude in the last film. He has a lot of resources. He can expand Cobra Kai to be like the largest known freaking karate place ever, and just shove Miyagido and whatever other type of competition there is just down the drain. Essentially, he can dominate it entirely. So this is a nice threat to have by season 5. Nice.
Silver.
Why you guys named Michael?
However, I do have a problem how they have Johnny here.
Kayla.
Whatever. I wash my hands at Cobra.
Yeah, he's just, they're doing this thing where he always seems to give up on stuff and just never fully goes through, which characters can do. That happens in real life sometimes. You have motivation for a bit, you get knocked down a bit, and then you stay down for a bit until you have a reason to get back up again or whatever. I get it. And it made sense at the end of season 4, how he was going after Miguel, trying to find him, because Miguel's looking for his own dad. This makes enough sense why he'd be out of the game for a little bit, but it just seems to show, I assume in the first episode, that he'll have found Miguel. Miguel found his dad or didn't find his dad, whatever, brings him back, and then he becomes an Uber driver. And I just think that's kind of ridiculous. And there's something else I want to comment here on that in a sec, but I'm going to let it play for a sec to comment there.
We lost the tournament. I'm not a sensei anymore.
As of today, I am shutting down Miyagido Karate.
This can't be your plan.
With Johnny gone, it's on me to fix this.
I assume that LaRusso is going to call it something else. Like they're going to have a brand new fusion karate of Johnny's style, his style, and Chosen. But I don't know. I mean, that might be it. I mean, Chosen seems to want the Miyagido legacy to keep on going as well, since he was also a student. So maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. It's a little not sure of.
1 star because the car smelled like beer. It's because there is beer.
Yeah, this is the thing with Johnny right here that I'm really freaking annoyed with. So ever since episode 1 of season 1 in Cobra Kai, he's been a huge drunk. He always goes to his drinks. That's part of his character essentially. But I mean, you could have characters get over drinking all the time, right? Because now this is his shtick, and it's like that's just Johnny and drinking, just hand in hand. That's all there is. Johnny and drinking. He's not really changing much now. Like he seems to be really taking a long time to change in any meaningful way now at this point. Like he's gone through a lot of stuff here, but he always reverts back to starting point of I am just gonna drink and I just give up and whatever. I don't understand why they keep on doing that all the time. I feel like it's like in shows when they have a relationship with people, they're like, on and off. It's been building up this whole time, and then they're finally together. And the only thing they can think of to do is have them fight all the time or break up. Like that's what I kind of feel like they're doing with Johnny here. In the show Arrow, the father, Lance, to the Black Canary and White Canary and whatever, like he always had a drinking problem, especially after he thought his daughter died and all this stuff. He's always a drinker, always addicted to stuff. And at some point they have it where he cuts it off. He starts making a change and it's all good. And then he ends up, nope, he's been drinking. He's been back in the bottle, and then he quits again. And then he comes back to drinking again. And it's just kind of like, do you not have any other fucking ideas what to do with this character? Can you do something else? I'm okay if they're struggling. I'm okay if they have problems they're working with, but you keep on reverting them to the same thing. I'm just kind of annoyed by that. Let me know what you guys think about that, because there might be a different perspective here that I'm not looking at, that this makes total sense and is just totally fine, and you're all cool with it, because it's a pet peeve to see that happen with Johnny again. Just like, beer, I'm drinking. I don't really care about the karate stuff. Whatever. I don't know. Just doesn't fully seem to match up with me.
Here, asshole.
Cobra Kai now has more students than ever before. That means we'll need more senseis. I'm thinking a lot bigger than just the valley.
I like the idea that they're getting a whole bunch more, evil senseis to to get. I don't know if they've been in any of the past films. None of them looked familiar at all for anything I can remember with the original Karate Kid films. So I don't know. And then you got the Russo boy here getting bullied by the other dude. He said he's gonna make his life a living hell, and it's what can happen now. So Cobra Kai is they're showing here right here. Cobra Kai's influence is horrible now, as they're just bullying all these kids, which was the problem in the first place, of bullying, and then kids learn how to defend themselves, and now they are becoming the bully. And now it's like, what can all these other kids do with these souped up karate kids that know how to do all this stuff? It's a very, very interesting situation to be in. I would be curious how like we would handle this type of thing. This is happening in your local school. Like, oh yeah, half the kids know karate and can beat the shit out of each other. Like, that'd be something.
Training was supposed to be better after the tournament. It's only getting worse.
I know how things can start out from nothing and get bigger and bigger until all you feel is hate.
Want you guys to get along. We're all friends now.
We're not friends. We never will be.
I'm okay with Robby and Miguel not being cool with each other. Just like LaRusso and Johnny, they started out always hating each other. In half the show, they've hated each other in this show as adults. So it's okay if these two are still biting at each other. It would probably take a little while. I assume either the middle or the end of the season when they'll start to be bros. Unless they're ballsy enough to keep them literally not being friends at all, or teaming up really, like in this whole season, that'd be a little surprising. So we'll see. So what I'm worried with the show is that there's going to be a lot of pointless fights. Maybe like this fight seems like you probably wouldn't fight each other in whatever situation, but now you're having like another fight. And when shows get longer and stretch out, I get more and more worried about their quality maintaining, because it's very easy to start losing it or start doing things have worked in the past, and then you're just kind of doing it again. And like there's sometimes you get in a tough spot with where you go with your characters and stuff. Like their arc is over, but they're still going, which you can do. And sometimes it works. So far, Cobra Kai is the best example of doing this long and not, totally fudging up, I guess. I guess some people claim Game of Thrones did well up until season 8, but I don't know. I didn't see past season 4. So I don't know. We shall see. I'm hoping that the show wraps up either in this season or the next one, and then that's it. I don't want it to go on forever.
Silver is dividing and conquering.
If this continues, all that we have fought for will not even be memory.
I need you to see which of my students are ready to take the next step.
You really won't stop.
You need to let me and Chosen handle this. It's the only way to make it all end.
Fine. Handle it.
Okay, I do like how LaRusso's wife is kind of pushing back on this, because this whole karate stuff has like extremely affected their lives now. Like before, it was like a neat little thing of LaRusso's past, and now it is completely dominating where they live, and now expanding outward from where they live. And he's got his business that almost tanked because of this whole debacle, and he was barely able to save it thanks to Chosen in them. And it's like for looking at her perspective, it makes total sense why she's pissed off. Like I totally understand how she's feeling. And every time LaRusso's been trying to handle all this stuff, everything's been getting worse. Everything's been getting worse. Like, he was trying to handle Johnny at first, and that didn't work out very well. And he just became, they just became rival dojos, and Like everything's spiraled out, domino effect from him trying to handle it. And it may be one of these seasons he'll realize what that even means to handle it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they had him and her get a divorce by the end of this season. Maybe. I feel like that might be one of the drama points, is that they get a divorce. Maybe.
All we gotta do is get our hands dirty. If you continue down this path, nothing in your life will ever be the same again.
I imagine that this scene will happen at like the end of episode 4. Like by the end of episode 4, they'll be in their stance, and then starting episode 5 will be the 3 good senseis versus the dozen bad senseis or something. We'll see what happens there. This moment, I'm kind of annoyed that they put this in the trailer. Like, this trailer is showing a lot of stuff that they don't need to, because so many of us are already just hyped for it. You don't need to tease that much of the show. I think the first half of the trailer was fine, not giving away too much. It's like just that Silver is trying to do what he can. Johnny is trying to pick himself back up. LaRusso and Chosen are trying to figure out how to respond. And, and then you could throw in that Kreese is in jail. Like, I think that would be all the hype you really need for everybody to come and see Cobra Kai season 5. But they're showing a lot more than they should. Trailers tend to do this all the time. I might make a video one of these days about the annoyance of trailers, but we'll see.
Adult classes are on Wednesday.
We're not here to take a lesson. We're here to teach you one.
All right. I'm almost expecting the students, like, by the end of the season to be doing, like, Kamehamehas or something, start doing Dragon Ball moves at some point. Because, honestly, I don't know how much more they can really do in terms of fighting style, like how different they can be or how unique they can be. Because that's the thing, too. The more fights you end up doing, the more diluted it might get at some point if they aren't improved as much, if you see so much of it. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they were like, there's another secret Miyagido training thing that only the super duper mega masters can fully get, and that's with using chi or something, and then have Terry Silver. Well, we have an evil counter as well that only extremely few people know of as well, and start doing energy beams at each other. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up doing that, or they can have the ability to fly. Honestly, that seems like the natural progression at this point. Again, which is why I'm worried about how far they go with the show. And man. This looks good, though. This looks good.
I'm happy to hear that you're doing well with the others.
Yeah, well, I make friends pretty easily. I find that a little kindness goes a long way.
I like Kreese as a character a lot more now than I did when he was in Karate Kid. He makes a lot more sense to me as a character, and so I do enjoy that. Anyway, that's pretty much my reaction there with that. I don't have much more to add to it. You guys heard all my thoughts throughout the reaction of this trailer, so let me know what you guys think about Cobra Kai season 5 coming out. Are any of you worried about it faltering in its quality, or are you just as hype as freaking ever? Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you later.